towed because she doesn't pay the installments.
She got what she deserved.
Sir?
She's not going to get much music out of that car.
Boom! Going inside the courtroom.
Who's the fellow with you?
This is my boyfriend. He has been renting me of vehicles for me to get my children.
Oh, please. If your boyfriend is renting you a vehicle, you need to kick him to the curb. Don't be ridiculous. You're just trying to jack up your lawsuit.
No, I'm not.
If that man is charging you for driving you or for loaning you a car, you need to kick that man to the curb.
You never know when you're going to get in a car accident. You might get your car towed. I know this sounds weird, but maybe from time to time, since a car is such an expensive thing, take a picture of your car with some kind of a timestamp just to show what your car was like in the event the unforeseen happens. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way to the courtroom right now. The next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant refuses to cut deadly tree limbs and it's threatening her property. But the defendant says it's her problem. It's the case of angry tree people.
Thank you, Douglas.
You know, when you get married, if you want to avoid problems like this, write down as much specificity as you can in the contract with the photographer or the person who's doing the food and whatnot. The more specific you are, the fewer problems you're going to have. And that's going to do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Lorraine McMillan. She says she's been living in her house since 1967, and the defendant, her neighbor, refuses to trim a damaged tree limb hanging over her property. The branch is very dangerous, could fall at any minute, and she's afraid it's going to hurt someone. She's suing for $250, the price it'll cost to cut the limb and remove it. This is the defendant, Calvin Carter. He says he's lived in his house for 37 years, thank you very much. And if his trees grow over the property line between him and his neighbor, it's his neighbor's duty to trim them if they bother her. He gave the plaintiff permission to trim the trees, but she's too cheap to do it, and is now coming after him for the money. Good luck. He's accused of not trimming.
So whose responsibility is it to cut overhanging branches? The tree owner or the person who lives on that property?
I would say it would be the tree owner. I mean, the branch is part of the trees.
Fair enough. You agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's their tree, so they have the right to cut it down.
Who thinks it's the person who owns the property?
I do, because if it's hanging on my property, then I have the right to cut it down.
Yeah, but you didn't grow it. The other person did. Going inside the courtroom. So if you're having a problem with an overhanging tree, write your neighbor a letter saying that it's dangerous, it's threatening your property. I'm telling you, when they get an email like that, they will do the right thing.
Closed captioning and other consideration for the People's Court, provided by...
I am here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I know, yeah.
Right here.
Standing here for the Chinese theater.
Get your hot dogs.
Snow White, Darth Vader. It's gonna be. Look, this is gonna be Angela